Hello there, my name's Daniel Metro, welcome to the review. And as you probably saw in a video that I done last week, I showed you that obviously it was my birthday last month. Obviously last month now was in September, and I got some new items for my birthday. Obviously Percy being one of them, and then I got one of the red coaches, and the red coaches I hope to get more of because obviously in the television series the engines are seen pulling more than one of them, so I think that would be a good thing to have in the future, but again it's a very future thing. So this time I've got Emily's brake coach, and obviously if you watch my other videos you'll probably see that I've actually got two of Emily's other coaches, the composite coaches, and I really like them. Like I said, normally every year for Christmas or my birthday, I always get asked, by my parents, a little wish list of things that I'd like. Doesn't mean that I'll get everything, but I give them an idea of things that I like, and then obviously I send them a link to it, and then obviously they choose what they get me if they get it for me. And I asked for obviously the previous year for one of Emily's coaches, thinking that I'd already got a brake coach when I don't. So anyway, so now I've got a brake coach at last to go with it. And I wasn't too sure at first what the difference between the brake coach and this coach would be, because it had the same amount of doors and that, whereas on the express coaches in the Hornby range obviously there's a gap between the windows so you can tell which one's the brake coach, which one isn't. However, the difference on this one is that obviously you've got the white bits there, and then on the normal coach, so like I said, this one I've got in my hand now, got two of, you can see a bit of a difference there with the windows being filled in. So yeah, a little bit of a difference there. And as you can see, it came in the newer style of packaging. What I'm not too keen on this type of packaging is though, it just says rolling stock on it, whereas in the older style of packaging it actually used to say on the front what the item was as well. And on the back, in the bottom corner, it does say what it actually is. However, if I was asking someone like back in the day when he used to write Christmas lists and that to go out and buy the item for me, if they saw that on a shelf and it just said rolling stock, they wouldn't have had a clue what it was, unlike me. So I think it would be better if they'd actually put what it was rather than just rolling stock along the top. Another thing with packaging as well is there's a lot of plastic. And as you've probably seen in my other videos, I've got some of the Hornby ones, and the engines don't tend to have much plastic in them at all, apart from obviously the engine themselves. There's no real plastic in them. Some of the rolling stock wagons, that does have more plastic with them. And that's the thing as well, obviously I collect the Ertl ones as well. I've got most of them now, but the Ertl ones I've got that I've kept in the box, they didn't have as much packaging compared to some of the newer ranges. So there's a lot of plastic, and then obviously David Attenborough a few years ago done his documentary about plastic, and as far as I was concerned we were supposed to be doing more about it. However, obviously Bachmann is American, not English. And again, I was watching something on TV the other day about plastic, and obviously since the whole coronavirus, COVID-19, a lot of supermarkets have gone back to putting things back in plastic again, so it's sort of reversed. Though it's probably for health and safety. But yeah, there's a lot of plastic inside it. I mean, I'm going to keep it in the box, but obviously I know some people, that they buy items and they'll just throw it away, so that's quite a waste of plastic in that sense, really. You probably also saw that I bought my £5 bargain train set in another video that I done the other week as well, and again there was no plastic with that at all, really, and that's a lot older than some of the newer stuff that's come out. So it shows that sometimes the older ways were better, really, before we became very heavy and reliant on plastic. I had a little run of this. When I had a little run of it, one of the wheels came off on one of the other coaches, and unfortunately it scratched the white rim, because as you can see around here there's a little white rim around the wheels. And again, it was like that in the TV series. Emily's coaches first appeared in series 7. And they've gone on to appear in the CGI series as well. And there was some episodes in a couple of series where Emily wasn't even seen pulling her coaches, she was pulling just ordinary ones. I don't know why that was. And so, as I was saying as well, I've obviously got two normal coaches now, and one brake coach now, and then in some episodes, as you can see in this photo here, Emily was seen with 3 coaches in the animated series. I don't know why that was. It could have been an animation error, I don't know. Like I said, so I've got 3 coaches, obviously including the brake coach now. As I said earlier, one of the wheels came off, and as you can see I had a run of that one without the middle wheels, and it still ran just as well, probably even better to be honest with you. Like I said, I don't know why the wheels come off of that one, but I've managed to get them back in again, and they do work well. So the wheel is a bit scratched, but I'm not too fussed to be honest with you, because you know, at the end of the day I don't think anyone's really going to notice that much apart from me. I had a run of these and they run really nicely indeed. So yeah, had a really nice run with them. As I was saying, so now I've got more than 2 coaches. Like say, Emily does mainly have 2 coaches that she pulls, and they have come back again into the CGI series again. She's pulling them again now. But I think in some ways it's actually nice that Emily has more than 2 coaches, because obviously Emily's a big engine, and I found this photo here on Google of Emily's basis in real life pulling more than 2 coaches. And I think for a big engine like Emily, I mean Emily's not as big as Henry or Gordon, but she's still obviously a very big engine. So I think it makes sense for her to be pulling more than 2 coaches. Obviously you've got Duck, who has his slip coaches. He's only a little tank engine, yet he's pulling 3 big coaches. So I think again it makes sense for Emily to have more than a few. I probably won't buy any more of these now. I think 3 is enough for them. You know, but I think, and say, I'm really pleased with them, and I think the detail on them is absolutely superb. I'm sure you'll agree. You can also get these in the G-scale range, which is the large range. I haven't bought any myself yet, but I hope to. The only one I've got so far is Winston and another engine. You know, and I did say in that video that I was hoping to do a garden railway, which I do still hope to do, but like I said, it's a sort of a distant future plan really. You know, when I've got some more money together and things like that, and when I've sorted a few other things out, because obviously there's more priorities. And say Emily comes in the G-scale range as well, in that she looks a lot more like she does in the CGI animated series. Emily's still in the CGI series now, however she's had a few more upgrades. She's got handrails and she's been given the number 12, and most of the engines have been upgraded like Thomas, and just the general characters with things like rivets and that, as you can see here. I don't really watch the show now, however this episode where she was given the number 12 was actually featured on the Royal Engine DVD, which sentimentally I decided to get because obviously it's the 75th anniversary episode. Whereas I've also got the Bachmann one, which is I suppose more what she does look like in the TV series. Looks very nice. I do also have the Hornby Emily, as you probably see me mention in other videos. And as I said in my review, when I've done that review on the Hornby Emily, although it doesn't 100% look like what Emily looked like in the TV series, I do still think it's a really nice model. You know, like I said, Hornby haven't used the right type of engine for that model, but I still think it's a really nice looking engine, even if it doesn't look like Emily, as I said in that video. Obviously all views that I share on this channel are my own sort of personal views on what I think, which is what I like doing in my videos, because I like to get, you know, explain to people what I think about things, and then obviously hearing what other people think as well. Obviously everyone's got different views, you know, and as well the Hornby one has a sentimental one to me, because I got it for my birthday a few years ago, and I brought it with money that my nan gave me for my birthday. Unfortunately my nan's no longer here, and that would also have been money from her sister, who's also no longer here, and money that I got from my great nan as well, who also passed away last year, however she was 97. So yeah, for me that is quite a sentimental one really, and a lot of my Hornby trains do have a sentimental reason behind them, because someone's either got them for me or, you know, family and things like that, whether they're here or not. But yeah, I really like this coach, and so I do think the detail's superb.